Hello, hello, and welcome to the show. My name is Tjameika Wilson. I am the host of Curvypreneur. Today will be speaking to Jose Pagãn, the great photographer. In this magazine, I have to show you iDare. I'm not sure if you was at the launch. If you wasn't, you missed something great. We will talk about this and other things that's going on today and what he has next coming up. If you stay tuned, take a few seconds, sit back, get ready. It's going to have a lot of fun. Hello, and welcome back. I am here with Jose Pagãn. We have so much to talk about. I'm going to talk to him about this lovely magazine and other things that he has going on. He's a great photographer. I haven't had the pleasure of shooting with him yet, but we're going to work on that. But it's okay. I'm going to I want my guests just to say hello. Hello, how are you?
How you doing? How's everybody out there?
See, he's such a sweetheart. He's so humble. If you haven't seen, this is his magazine. And what edition?
This is the second quarter, the spring edition. His magazine's quarterly.
Okay, if you haven't noticed, it's called iDare. It has such great and unique things in there. Can I ask you first, what made you want to start a magazine?
Well, you know me. I've been in the magazine business, for a few years and work with different magazines from fashion to plus model magazine and a whole bunch. And I love the fashion. But my first love is really art and the art behind fashion and behind paintings, behind music, just people that create. I love working with people that create.
Okay, so we're going to move back since you talked about your passion. When did you start your photography, per se?
I've always been creative.
Yes.
Since I could remember when I was young. But as far as like photography, picking up a camera and using that as my tool, I would say around maybe 8-9 years it's been.
That's a long time. You're a little seasoned here, because a lot of people look up to you. You don't know how many people we have had as guests that look to inspire to be towards.
Oh, that's awesome.
See, that's some things you don't know. You don't hear.
Yeah.
That said, you have such a humble soul. So you said arts is your main thing. So is it the music craft, or are you more into like painting? Did you paint yourself?
I've dabbled with doing abstract paintings and things of that nature, but I like fine art photography because I'm able to take the human body and make them the part of the art piece, which is the whole overall image. Yes. So that's what like drives me.
Yes, there was a great one that you did with the glow light. The glow paint, I believe it's called.
Oh, the black light.
Black light, yes. See,
yes.
I'm sorry, I'm not that technical. The black light was awesome. It's still talked about. If you don't even know it, that it's been a year, 2 years you did it now?
I mean, I stopped like maybe 3 or 4 years ago actually making any more images. I mean,
wow.
I spent 5 years of it when I decided I was going to go strictly professional, and that was a 5-year project.
Wow, it's been that long? It seems like just 2 years ago. Time flies. But it was an awesome piece. Is it a lot of preparation to do something like that?
Yeah, I mean, for like the Blacklight series alone, I would take days beforehand, or maybe even a month, as far as concept and like what I'm gonna do on set and what I'm gonna capture. Because it could be where I build the set. Like one shoot I made a alleyway.
Okay.
Where it looked like an alleyway in my mother-in-law's one of her bedrooms that I was using as a studio back then.
Mom, is he paying you? You got to get a cut, right?
And she helped because, that's what got me off the ground as far as my career, because after I did that Blacklight is when people realized what I can do. And instead of wanting me for the art, obviously they wanted me for fashion, because they were like, well, if you could do that, then you could do the fashion easily. So that's how kind of I got wrangled into the fashion part of photography.
But you do an awesome job. I like the
Thank
arts.
you.
I've actually used to draw and stuff. So like looking at your work, I try to collaborate with some other people for you and things like that. Like, that's what I like to do. I like something different. And why I asked you about why you wanted to start the magazine, because there are multiple magazines and everyone tend to trail the same style because that's what sells. You're one of the most controversial in our social media area, in this area, about what you do. What do you think about that? That people are a little...
Yeah, like I celebrate the human body,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't discriminate. I see beauty in all types of human, in people. So it doesn't matter whether you're skinny, black, white, plus size. Like, if you create and you're not ashamed and worried about societal standards, then this is the place for you. Because I didn't want a magazine that just was all pretty, pretty, pretty. There's actually stories behind the imagery.
Mm-hmm.
So even though it might be a art nude piece, there's a story attached to it. So there's a person, an experience, a struggle, something that connects with most people in the world.
Okay, that's a great way of looking at it because I didn't think of it as a story, but most pictures are. I'm just going to show a couple pieces through the magazines. This is one of my favorites. I love it. It stands out. It was called Bones.
Well, she's a bone artist.
Okay.
The article's called The Ossification of Tjameika. Amazing bone artist from Montclair, New Jersey.
Stand up, New Jersey.
My publicist linked me up with her because she knew of her work, and we got together, and she brought her cases of bones, and we went crazy.
It was very pretty. I seen a video. I believe it was some of the pieces that were out. I would never think of to do something like that. I mean, it was really. I love the art. I love the painting. I think I'm still a little modest about me.
Oh.
But I think it's cute because it does not show like everything. I'm like one of those sensual people. Like I like to. I love the art. Don't get me wrong. I don't want people to say that. Oh no, she's talking about it. I think it's beautiful the work you do. But for me, I was always like a little more coverage because I think I was same thing. I was told I was too short, too thick all my life, and or now I'm not plus enough. This and that. You's never the right time.
Well, that's the thing with society. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yes.
So you could dress up like a nun, and you could be somewhere, and then somebody will still have something bad to say. So I'm not worried about satisfying anyone but the people that want to see what we have.
Okay. I'm just showing you a couple things out of the magazine only because you have to go out and buy this magazine. I can't let you have everything free, but look at this awesome picture. And this model's name?
That's Carmina Suzanne from Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
Now, you see the imagery in there, but, I find a lot of people, oh, I love the images. And I'm like, but did you read it?
Yes.
And if you read, then you find out the struggles that she's gone through in modeling. She's also an opera singer, things of that nature. So you get to know more about the person and what connects why they would do a nude art pose.
Yes.
And then when you see it, you're like, wow, okay. That's why they're celebrating life, because everybody has their comfort. Like you said, you only go so far, but that's what you're comfortable with.
Yes.
And
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
And you'll know, but in the meantime, you'll know how to create art within that wavelength.
Yes.
And everybody's on different wavelengths. So not the whole magazine's not about just showing nudity. It's about art. So whether the artist decides the model's going to be clothed or naked, that's up to them. Like the cover,
yes.
It's a modest cover.
I was gonna bring it back up. Yeah. See, that's why I like it because it's so different. I like the structure of it. I like that it's different. Everyone kind of I don't know because they're taught not to love nudity in their body. You're always told to cover up. Like I said, because I was short and thick as a younger girl, oh, you can't wear shorts and everything. Like you're always told to cover yourself. So I love that people are willing to do it. I'm gonna get there, believe me. I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, it's all in due time.
That you have such diversity, what we need in this country. Like I think we're missing that sometimes. We want to kind of stand stagnant to each side. So is that more what you are pushing for this magazine, or?
Yeah, I'm pushing for a magazine like any artist, because there's gay artists, there's transgender artists, there's whole, like, the spectrum is so big, and I want somewhere where somebody could feel comfortable submitting something.
Yes.
And say, well, I've been through this in my life, and I want to talk about it, and I have some pictures to go with it, and I want them to be happy to be put into this magazine and tell their story. That's that to me is the most important thing. At first, it started out. The first issue did start out as a vain magazine, like every other magazine out there, where it's just about product, clothes, and
Beauty.
boobies and butt. No, this is about the human experience.
Okay. And that's a great thing, because people do have a story, and a lot of times people don't realize they have a story and how they can help somebody else. By, like you said, reading the young lady that was an opera singer who's going through different things. Someone else been through that, has that same struggle, but they're so scared to let themselves out. What is your way of telling them, or what's your thought to make them feel it's okay to be you? I've seen it, like on your Instagram and your Facebook, you talk about it like just being you and living life, but I would like you to tell the viewers your story.
Well, it's funny because, like, a lot of people don't know, like, being a photographer, you're put on the same level as, like, a doctor or a dentist. So when I tell somebody, hey, you should try this, because of my stature, most of the time they do. Because when I started the Blacklight, a lot of people loved it. Like, I'm talking about people from my job, family members, just everyday folks, people that never stood in front of a camera.
Yes.
And as soon as I said, do you want to pose nude for the project? They're like, yes. Immediately. There was like no pause, no nothing. And I would say 80% of the time I was surprised by the answer. Like, I expected a no, but I always got a yes. And
why did you expect a no?
I guess it's because of the way I approach people with my vision.
Okay.
So like, I could tell you right now, let's go in the studio and let's shoot you naked. But then if there's no vision behind what the images are, where it's going, what's the meaning behind it, then it kind of falls flat, and it just becomes a nudie image.
And you know what, you saying that, people don't understand it. I always say you have to tell a story. You have to give me a reason why, or a point. You just can't throw me out there and throw paint on me and say, okay, we're going to take a picture. No, we have to have some kind of vision. And, people really don't believe you should have a vision. You just think you should take pictures since you're a model.
Yeah, no. I'm totally, like, there's so many models that I know that I like I could shoot today if I wanted to, but even if it's fashion, like, I always find there has to be a reason why we're shooting.
It makes you feel good, like,
unless it's a client, obviously, that they're paying me, to create just fabulous images for them.
Yes.
That's different. But like for like a spread or an art project, like even like my chakra, like I had people that were lined up on Facebook, and like 20 or 30 people said yes, they would want to be part of the project. But I have to sit there and I'm like, what's the meaning? And when I do come around to shooting them, I ask them and I research and ask them, like, what's your favorite chakra point and why? And like, so we'll have a discussion before we even step into the studio about what's their purpose of being in that setting. So it's a connection.
That's good, because people don't realize it's hard sometimes just to show up as a model or a photographer if you don't have a connection. Like, I believe communication is a big thing. Like, you can make someone comfortable by your spirit if you're being in a room. So I'm glad you're a photographer that will sit down and talk to your client or model or anybody who's in your junior who's coming in to shoot with you. Have you ever told anybody no, that you don't want to shoot them or you wouldn't shoot them?
As far as a client, no.
No?
No, because like I said, I've worked with people, and the thing is, like, I'm not one person to say, oh no, they're ugly or this and that, like, because I can't judge people. Like I said, we're on different wavelengths.
Yes.
What me and you might not find to our taste, there's somebody that will find that to their level. So when it comes to art, actually, I haven't found anybody that I said no to.
Okay, so that's a good thing. See, he's approachable. I only ask that question because sometimes people believe that photographers or people at a certain stature that they can't come to you. Even someone asked me, like, oh, I want to show. I was like, inbox him. He speaks to everybody. But that's because I've been around you. Sometimes people look at us and from a distance they believe that we're unapproachable. That's why only I asked you that. Have you told anybody?
Yeah, I mean, I've had clients tell me that, and then they walk into the studio and they're like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I'm so scared. And I find out they're like, oh my God, you just don't know. And I'm like, what? They're like, I'm surprised I'm standing here with you. I'm like, really? I'm like, and I'm humbled, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. But at the same token, I don't want to feel like I'm like
touch.
that. You know, like you can't approach. But I get it. Why people are like that, and then somebody broke it down to me, you know, and I understand. So when people do inbox me, I try to answer them, you know, in a sincere way, you know, unless it's, you know, one of those knuckleheads that like trolling and just peering and things.
Facebook, stop with these trolling people. Between that and what's those, the fake pages, I don't even know how to get them. You can't even do your own page without your real name.
Yeah, it's total nonsense with those fake profiles and stuff. But they're always trying to friend me, and I'm just like, I could see them a mile away. I've dealt with a lot of frauds in the industry, and even in person, like at an event, I could spot a fraud like that.
That's a good thing. I won't say I'm good at. I have perseverance. I don't, not say I trust everybody. I've learned to, but I try to help people. That's where I go wrong. Always try to connect people, help people do things on their own stuff, and
no, I help people because what I've learned from frauds is, once you're ready to start a project, they're not ready.
Yes, when you be on like, come on, they're like,
yeah. Once you start seeing the excuses pop up, then you know, and you know, I'm not one that burn bridges. If you aren't a fraud but just are not ready, then I just fall back and I let you get ready. You know, that's the way I approach it. A fraud will not make any steps to progress.
Okay, so good to know. Say you get a couple little tips. You get tips about being a photographer, model, working. Now you're a fraud. So he's always helping someone, which is an awesome thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's always scammers in the industry, you know, and any industry that you're in, you know, whether it's music, you know, art, fashion, there's always somebody looking to snake their way. You know, their version of faking it till they make it. You know, and that usually leaves to putting a couple of knives in people's back. But
I don't understand that. Like, I don't know. I believe in working hard and getting what I need. Or working,
but not everybody is like that. Not everybody thinks to just work hard. Like my art shoots we were discussing. I'm talking about. Like those shoots. When I'm done with one of those shoots, like I'm done. Like my body's physically depleted of all physical and mental energy because I make sure that my projects are elaborate, difficult,
that they are. Beautiful.
and intricate.
Yes.
You know, because that's what satisfies me.
But that's a good thing. That keeps you out of the box of everybody else. You know, you put that time in, you built it, it's your baby. And then you can see it grow and flourish. And when it hits the magazine, it's so much more. As I said, you may not know how many photographers we spoke to, and you'll probably see it viewing later. One of the photographers is really inspired by you to get his work mastered as well as yours. Because you don't see how, because you do what you do because you love it. But people see that outside work. Everyone see that glow. Like, you know how you somebody who's very happy when they walk in the room, you can feel that spirit.
Yeah.
Your pictures do that to people. I don't know if you know that. Your pictures do that. They inspire people to work harder at their craft.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I get a lot of photographers that they meet me and they're inspired and they want to submit work and you know, to the magazine and or they just want to show it to me, kind of get my, you know, approval rating. I mean, everybody's vision is different. You know, I kind of look at it with a broad eye when I'm looking at other work because I know my style. So when people give me work to look at or they want to submit, then I have to sit back and kind of put a different hat on and say, okay, I'm just a viewer now. I'm not even a photographer. I'm just going to view this as an everyday person, you know, because that's the thing with art. Like art is a universal language. So when you sit there and you just think in that language, then you'll see the beauty within whatever art you're looking at.
So can you, like, it's hard, I think, sometimes to do that. Like, a lot of people, like me, I've noticed, because I have my own cosmetic line. When I watch TV, I look at everybody's makeup. I look at everybody's lipstick. I know the colors. It's just an automatic. How can you pull yourself back from?
Well, I've learned to do that. I mean, when I went to school, I actually took a theater class as part of the component for the course, and just that one semester, I learned so much about art and also being, telling a story and how to portray the story to the viewer. And one thing I learned is that when you're watching a play, for instance, you know it's not real. But you have to, in a way, convince yourself, like, okay, this is real for now, and I'm in this story, and I'm watching it from a bird's eye point of view. So that's the way, like, I look at movies. So I learned to look at things and step back and say, okay, well, tattoos are not my thing. So I step back and say, okay, I'm just looking at it as
art.
As art. Now I like that piece on her.
Okay.
It looks good. You know, so that's the way you have to kind of separate yourself. Not everybody can do it. You know, people just like, oh, I hate that, and they hate anything associated.
I hate that word hate. It's crazy. I hate that word hate. So just next, because don't want to miss out anything. What's next for you? What's your next?
Well, the June issue is out.
Time flies. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and you know, we shot Chrissy Monroe from Love and Hip Hop. She's on the cover, and for that shoot, you know, I wanted to do something difficult, and we ended up doing light painting with her.
Okay.
Same approach that I'd used for the Chakralicious project, and it was hard. You know, people don't understand. Like on a light painting shoot, it's not like a regular shoot where you just click and you just shooting. No, a light painting shoot, it's shoot, stay still, paint in the dark with the lights.
Oh my God.
Then stop the recording. And then check it out to see if you actually got anything good.
But sometimes like that, you take a selfie in the dark. You just hope you picked it up.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, it is like that. And I'm still kind of learning my strokes and what looks good captured.
Okay. With
my light tools. So, you know, because I have brought some and then I also made some. Like I made a long light whip for fiber optic wires, you know.
Oh, gosh.
But it's...
I need to come in the studio. I just want to sit back and see all this stuff. Like, I think it's awesome. Like, I love the creativity. I really, really do. Before you don't miss anything, can you tell them how to reach you, social media? Because, you know, everyone's missed out. I can tell there's a lot of people that don't know what's going on.
Well, on Instagram is Jose Pagãn Photography. On Facebook, you can find me on the Jose Pagãn. And my Facebook like page is Jose Pagãn Photography.
Okay, let's spell Pagãn, because you know, like I said, Tjameika with a J, so I make sure everything's out there.
Jose is common spelling Jose. Last name is Pagãn. Once you put in Jose Pagãn online and you attach photography at the end, then everything is going to pop up.
Okay, see?
YouTube,
I make
everything.
sure we have it all out there, y'all, because y'all know, like I said, Tjameika with a J, I have to make sure everybody's name is out there, because you can't find it. Sometimes it's so crazy that people so used to one thing, you know, and they'll think they say right, and then they check in and follow somebody. I want to make sure they follow you, because they know what work you're doing. He also has a YouTube that he didn't tell us about.
Yeah, because I also do film, but I concentrate more on like short films or short fashion films.
Okay.
So you could, again, find under my name, Jose Pagãn Photography.
So with the film, because we haven't touched on them, do you like, is it just like doing your regular videos you feel, or doing? Well,
I used to, when I first started off photography, I also started doing the short films. So I've done some short films, but it's harder with film, period, because you're relying on like a crew of people for this vision. So that's why I kind of went towards more photography, because my vision, I have control over how it's going to be executed.
A little controllers?
Yeah. I'm a perfectionist. I like to see everything perfect, and even when I think I got it perfect, I'll criticize myself once more.
I'm bad like that too. Okay, so I'm not alone, because everyone look like, where do you see there's something wrong? I'm like, that don't look right. I look weird. Something this is out of place. And it's like, you're fine. Okay, so is it just being in this industry that makes you a little?
No, I think I've always been like that, because you know, I have the pair of eyes that I see everything, and I see, okay, it's not leveled, it's not straight. Oh, this angle is beautiful. So that transfers over to my work too. I'll start nitpicking every little thing. Like,
So as you see, he does photography, he does film, he has a magazine. What am I missing? And there's a couple more out there.
Done paintings, again, abstract
art. So anything you need. It's a good thing to have different trades, I believe. But what is your most greatest, or what's your most like thing that made you the most proudest? If I can ask you to pick one, should I say maybe two? Because I know you have a lot.
Honestly, like I look at all my work, kind of evenly. I'm most proud of what I've done yesterday.
Okay.
That's the way I approach. Like,
okay.
And I'm excited to what I'm gonna be doing
Tomorrow.
Yeah, because I kind of like tend to just live in the now.
And that's a good thing. We haven't learned. We always taught to process, build, and work towards everything. Like you have to supposed to plan everything out, and I'm learning not to because I'm that whole thing when you start a business, you need a business plan. You need to put.
Oh no, I plan. Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, so in that middle part, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to plan for the next. So I'm like, okay, go with the flow, enjoy life, and.
Yeah, I mean, I plan, but as far as like my works and what's my favorite is just, I just love the connections I've made working. That I guess if anything that's come out of it is that
the connections,
the clients that turn into friends.
Okay, yes. I can understand that, about to say, because just like me, I love my shoes. Look, those are my biggest things. Like, no, that's the model in me.
Yeah.
we love. Well, I do appreciate you stopping by. I want y'all to say that y'all have to pick up iDare, and that can be picked up on...
Oh, you go on the site, www.idaremagazine.com.
See, we always don't miss something. Because y'all definitely have to get it. It's such great images. I know I could not show you all. I make sure I get that right because,
Yeah, it's not safe for work, so don't open up the magazine in your office because it's free. You could go on the site and you can actually read the magazine online free.
Okay.
You just have to buy it if you want a print.
Yes. Do buy. Do support. It's the arts. That's one thing I believe that we're missing in this world right now is the arts. I used to actually play the flute, which is odd. People look at me like, you played the flute. So that whole art thing I do understand, and drawing, things like that. We're losing out in this building. As a model, you have to do different things. You can learn, not just the pretty pictures. So that's why I love your work, because I'm a little artistic on my side, too.
Awesome.
But again, I
Thank
appreciate you stopping by. Do remember that you can look up him, Jose Pagãn. We had to make sure we say it correctly. He's such a unique guy. I love him so much.
Pagãn.
Pagãn.
There you go.
I got to get it with an accent. Pagãn. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Please tune in again. You always have great guests. We love you all. Appreciate you. Have a great night. Thank you. Look at that cover. Oh my gosh.
That's the back cover. Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. See, I had to give y'all something at the end. Hello, and welcome to Curvypreneur. I am Tjameika Wilson, the host of the Moses. Today I will be speaking to Chef Travis Grady. If you haven't heard about him or tasted his food, you are missing something great. So make sure you take your time, sit back, relax. We're going to have a little fun, learn about some food, see how you can get some. He's a great caterer. I will talk to you soon. See you in a moment. Thank you.
Many times I will speak to somebody who is a professional model. They don't have headshots, they don't have a resume, they don't have anything out, they haven't cashed a check. How are you a professional anything if you don't get money? I don't understand that part of it. I don't understand. You know what I mean? And it's those people, like they will get penalized. They will get, that's more expensive. If you come to me as a professional and you're not, I'm gonna charge you.
The way you write and think when you're writing scripts for other people now?
Yes, it does. It does allow me to put myself into the actor's shoes and say, okay, how could I make this sound believable? Because a lot of times when writers write, they write just based off of their perception and that's it. And so what I like to do is I step into every character's shoes. I step into the character.
Hello and welcome back. I am with Chef Travis Grady. We're going to talk to him a little bit about things that's going on, what's new, what got him into this business. It's a lot about him that you may not know. So we're going to take some time. So sit back. We're going to have some fun with this though, because I like the food, but he didn't bring no samples today. We're going to talk about it. But Mr. Chef Travis Grady, as we call you, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Travis Grady, born and raised Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Jersey, stand up.
You already know it. Came from a basic background of a good family, you would call. Every Sunday, every time I actually even got out of school, there was a plate of food waiting. Okay. You wasn't home by 6:30, you ain't eat. So that's where a lot of my love in the food industry come from.
Okay, may I ask, was that your mom cooking or your dad?
It was actually my grandmother.
Grandma?
Then she passed it down to my aunt. And hopefully I'll be in the kitchen. They ain't let me get that far yet.
Okay, see, grandma instilled those. I miss those days back in the day, those Sunday dinners. So, okay, I'll let you finish your story. Just wanted to know who started you on your great pieces. So since you were doing it as a kid, you love food, or you?
Yeah, I was I actually ate when I was kind of depressed, and I was depressed quite a lot. That's where health came. I started cooking for myself. Okay. Learned how to cut certain fats down. Basically, you gotta look at it like this. If you cook for yourself or your family, you cutting about a good 13% of anything down. Transportation, in logistics from export from like Europe or whatever. Anywhere you get grease, gas, all that stuff, sugar, you don't really need all of that. Just cook for yourself and cut that bill down.
So it's not more saving money. But
yeah, it's more saving money and it's healthy.
Yes. I don't know if I'm all that healthy, but it's gonna work it out. work it out. So what's one of the famous or greatest meals you like to cook for home? I know it's different from home business and things like that, so we're gonna start at home since
I would say home, because at home you take your time. Regardless of, I don't have a favorite dish.
What?
I have, just as long as I get to cook in somebody's house and put more love and affection and effort into my plates versus the time you get fast food. You gotta be, fast paced. You don't need that. You don't need a fast pace. You don't get fast love. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take your time with love.
What? No microwave love? Everyone like microwave love. Everything done quickly.
And
that's what we do now.
Microwave food not good for you neither.
Don't talk about that. We don't have time for that. That's the next episode. We won't talk about that microwave. I nuke everything. I tell everybody, when I have kids, they're gonna be glowing because it's gonna be crazy. The much nuke I do. Okay, so you don't have a favorite food.
Nah.
So what's your best style? What do you people like all about? I've seen your food on Instagram. I have Facebook. I haven't gotten over to eat yet. I'm coming though. Don't worry. But what's one of your best styles? Do you like to do the fruits?
Nah. I would just say one pot wonders. Just put everything together, let it marinate, and love each other. That's all it is,
One pot wonders. What do they used to call those?
It's
I forgot what
they call it a poor man's pot. My grandma called
That's
it.
good.
Yeah,
So
poor
that's
man's
great.
pot.
So you cook from the soul. That's mostly what you like to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do catering. Can they reach out to you?
Yes, I do catering. I do personal. I do dietary menus. Yeah, I do meal plans. And I have a spot where you can donate food to us, and we'll cook for the homeless around any kind of area that you feel as though. You can email me at tjgrady1986@aol.com, or
Repeat that.
tjgrady1986@aol.com.
Hey, we're a little slow sometimes. We can't write that fast. There was twice you said 2 or 3 times for people to catch on.
Nah. And then if you got Instagram, it's Chef Unlimited at the hashtag, or _Chef Unlimited _ Travis Grady at Facebook. I just want to bring a new revolution to this food place. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great
Revolutionize everything.
I would like to do that. I like to go out and do the homeless and feeding and things like that. Did you see that one thing on, I think it was on Facebook, where they had the linens and the different setup of the table set up, and the homeless got to come out and eat.
Fine dining.
Yes.
Yeah, I came up with that.
Can we do that in Jersey? Look, let's get some Jersey love.
Yeah, we need to.
I think like that, what you're saying about the feeding with the passion and the food, we're missing that. Like that whole sit down at home, sit together with your mate, your family, kids. Everybody's at the TV eating and stuff like that.
Moral support, anything.
How can we break that down? Like, how can we get that back? With grandma and grandpa gone.
It start with the parents at first. You got to have time, at least about an hour. That 1 hour a day will, with your family eating and you cooking and y'all talking, will accumulate to a whole week of you missing out on one soccer game just because they asked you to. It ain't or buying them a Christmas present. It ain't about what you buy, what you get. It's about the time and effort that you put into it.
I believe that. Like I always said, daddy's girl. Same thing, my grandfather. We did everything together. So like that spending time and doing stuff. It wasn't about the things he brought. It was more. I always got all these memories. People forget about. Unfortunately, we pass of different things that memories all you have left. Like I remember everything. So since grandma was your soul, it's that glue to the family for you. What's one of the greatest memories for you? Of her being in the kitchen.
Yeah, her being in the kitchen and me trying to go into the pot beforehand and getting that wooden spoon or anything to that behind. Yeah, that was about it.
You wasn't the one. I like to lick the pot, the cake thing. I'm a sweet person. I don't like food. I'm not a foodie.
My grandma didn't do that.
She ain't. Sorry, grandma.
Only time you was allowed in that kitchen to get some water, and most of the time if you ain't getting no water before she start, you ain't getting none.
See, my granddaddy would let me at the end. After the cooking, you make it. I got to have the big bowl and the spoon. I was little, so that's what I love. I'm a sweet. So I won't lie to you. I'm not a foodie. I come for dinner, but you gotta have sweets for me.
You can't do sweets neither.
No sweets?
Nah,
okay.
no candy, no pork, none of that stuff.
I'm okay with the no pork. See, he's healthy, he's building, but I did not know you did meal prep. So how does someone reach you? Do they call you? Do y'all talk about how does the meal prep thing work?
Yeah, please don't call me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Say nah.
Email, inbox, I'm sorry,
y'all. You can email me
make sure
first.
y'all get it right so y'all don't get in trouble.
Yeah, I rather people hit my Facebook up and my Instagram so you can have a visual aid about where I come from versus talking to somebody on the phone, because everybody can talk a good game. It's more about your history, about what you did, that little dash in between your life and death that I want people to respect me for.
People yell at me because I don't want to talk on the phone.
Yeah, no.
They be like, "Oh, you don't pick it up."
I'm just a to-point kind of guy. That's all. I don't like to talk about what I do. You either gonna see what I do, or contribute some time to watching what I do.
All right, but we gotta work on it. You gotta tell a little bit. What they say, your 5-second time on the elevator.
Yeah.
So you have to give your spiel. So you do gotta give a little spiel. You can't just stand up.
Oh, stand up?
No, I said you just can't stand up. You gotta give you a little spiel. Give a little bit about yourself. Like what's the next step then?
My next step is getting me a couple investors, because I'm trying to start off small. I'm trying to have me a mobile dinner everywhere, meaning like
mobile restaurant.
yeah, mobile restaurant.
Okay, that's
dinner
good.
all the time. Dinner for breakfast. Dinner for anything. You want breakfast for dinner? Any of that stuff. We trying to diversify because it's more of an amount, more or less like family size. So 2 people can split it versus, just getting more of your money's worth. I'm trying to cut down a budget or stuff like that.
Isn't breakfast supposed to be the most important meal?
Yes, yes, in a way.
Okay, I'm asking because
Yeah.
I'm not healthy, y'all. I'm letting y'all know right now. Tjameika, not healthy. So
Don't worry,
I'm gonna help y'all
I got
out.
it. I'm gonna make her
Help
healthy.
y'all help me get this a little better. So they say breakfast is the best thing.
She said she get one of my meal plans. I guess I get a whole box of her shea butters.
Yeah, we can work on that. But no, seriously, like, is you not supposed to do like the whole? I'm not big on breakfast. I do yogurts, and now I'm happy doing the drinks and stuff like that. I'm really not into that whole egg and things like that. But are you supposed to have that breakfast, lunch, dinner, the 6-meal thing that they talk about?
You're supposed to, I guess, but I've noticed that my body is sort of like I burn fast, so it's like I could eat as much as I want, as long as I work out and do something about it. I was on my way to about 300 something pounds.
Okay.
I basically cut my stuff down. I never really ate breakfast. I'm not a breakfast type of guy. Like, I wake up in the morning, I don't want nothing in my stomach but like a banana or a piece of bread or something.
Okay.
Other than that,
It's still breakfast.
I mean, yeah, it's something in you,
It's
but
breakfast, so
it's
see?
not nothing to get you motivated to the afternoon.
Because everyone's into this healthy plan, and that's why I'm glad you stopped by. As a chef, so you're a chef. I'm that person I throw it in the microwave. I won't lie because I don't have time between 9 to 5 job working and doing all the different things. That day's not long enough. Then come home and doing everything. So what's the best thing? You think this whole smoothie thing is a good thing to get your food in?
Absolutely
intake?
not. No.
Okay.
No. The best thing about that is having me come to your house and cook for you. You ain't gotta worry about nothing but eating and enjoying.
Okay.
If you give me the opportunity, I come, you sign a contract, give me a key, I come, I clean up, I cook, and I clean up and I leave. If you want me to set up, I'll set up. If you want to do a meal plan, I'll come and drop it by. You can come pick it up. Either way.
Now, see, that's very interesting. Me and someone was talking about that for Valentine's Day. I think that's a great idea, that someone can come out, do everything for you, or you and your mate, and have that there when you get home. So, as the whole thing is that timing.
Yep.
Coming home after work, cooking. By the time you finish cooking, it's already 8, 9 o'clock at night or 10. You're not supposed to eat that late. So that is a good thing. See, for
Getting
y'all
on
like
the
me,
stove, you're gonna be slaving on the stove for about an hour, hour and a half. By the end of the night, you ain't gonna want to give them none. So leave that to me, and you worry about loving each other at the end of the night.
see, now that is awesome. So, what is the name of your company?
Grady's Gourmet Group.
So, did y'all hear that? One more time.
It's Grady's Gourmet Group.
He talks so humbly and quiet. Grady's Gourmet Group.
Grady's Gourmet Group. Yep.
So look out for it. Check out for it. It's a great thing. Just think about it. Sometimes on Sundays you running, go to church. I remember being growing up, my grandfather used to have to cook, get up early in the morning, 5 a.m., so he can be ready for church for 10, cooking dinner so you can come home and eat. That is so much work.
Yes.
I think that's why I don't cook.
Yes.
So we got now you're cooking in a restaurant, or you just doing your?
Yes, I'm actually I'm a chef at Gavelstone Grill, Bar and Grill, excuse me. It's in Kenilworth, New Jersey.
I heard of it. I've seen that out. I haven't been there yet. I guess I gotta stop by.
Amazing.
Okay.
Amazing atmosphere. We got Comedy Wednesdays. Everything is free entry.
Okay.
Good selection of food and alcohol.
I have to. You're the chef. Has to have good food. Come on.
Of course.
See, Pat. I know what he's doing. I got you.
I didn't want to, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
yeah, that's we have Battle of the DJs on Thursdays. We have house music Mondays. We have Down to the Flow.
I know a couple of those DJs. My house music. Jersey.
Yes,
Jersey,
sir.
stand up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got me a sir. Oh my gosh, Mo. Say no.
Not you.
I know. I'm just joking. Listen, this is what I do. This is the fun show you're gonna be on for the mostest.
Yeah, buddy. Better than Howard's.
Won't say that name. But anyway, so you're at the Gavelstone.
Yeah, we at the Gavelstone.
Kenilworth,
New Jersey.
Okay. I don't know officially. I know how to seen it. I haven't been there yet, but we're gonna make it there. We gotta have to bring them back afterwards. Maybe we can stop in Curvypreneur, jump in, and do some
maybe you guys should come by when we do the cause I'm also a guy that loves fashion. My fiance, you know, she's a Chanel Lapierre. She
My girly girl. We'll talk about it.
she's a full figure model. She's doing her thing. And that inspired me to do my thing, you know, two fly people together, you know, will bring fly company.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that you guys will accompany us on our next little venture. We're gonna have a fashion show at Galveston pretty soon. Yeah.
Okay.
So
See, I wasn't invited.
yeah,
I'm right here in Jersey.
we working on it. It's
All
any
right.
aspiring designers.
That's a
You
great
can get
thing.
at me too, and we can have a slot filled for you.
Okay, so we'll work on that. So
yeah.
they're looking for designers.
Mhm.
They're looking for models. Or you already got the
yes.
models?
The models should come with the designers, but
We're gonna work on
look
that.
look who I got. Yeah, look who I got.
We're gonna work on that part.
Yeah,
We
we
got
got
some models,
models.
designers. Okay, so that's a great thing. So we're looking in the summer or fall.
We're probably gonna jump it off in the middle of the summer,
Okay,
if not
okay.
before.
Well, we
it
only
was
got
just
2
an
more months.
idea.
You know, it's already June, like next week. So
Yeah,
it was
well, let's-
July. But hey, I will not say
Yeah.
nothing wrong if you don't do it in August. August 12th is my birthday.
I'll
take it.
I might wait because you know you can't rush brilliance.
No, you can't rush greatness.
Yeah, you
I'm
can't
so
rush
happy you said that.
greatness.
It is about putting things in order, making a plan, making sure everything's correct. Dot your I's, cross your T's. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I won't be mad if you do it in August for my birthday.
I got you.
But no, I will make it to the Galveston. I'll make sure I do that. I'll bring some people. We'll have some fun. Some of my people are not. You know, I actually have people from Philly that don't do house music. They don't like it.
Nah, they on that retro club Baltimore music, but it's all good.
But I need them to be able to do house music because that's what we do, Jersey style.
They too thugged out. They got other stuff in their jeans that can't. You know.
We won't knock that. Won't say that. Won't say that. Won't say that out loud. But no, I appreciate you stopping by. We talked about he's a chef.
Yes.
Meal plan. He comes set up your food for you at home, and think about it. Valentine's Day, anniversary people, you can reach out. It's not just for the women to call him to do. Men, y'all can do the same
Yes.
because y'all know
Yes.
y'all don't want to do it or plan for y'all dates. So yeah, this is some.
This is especially for y'all. Because a lot of y'all don't got the time or effort to be trying to cook.
I won't say time. I just won't say they won't put in the effort. But that's my own feeling. That's just a woman.
I got
in me.
y'all back. It's the time. You know what I'm saying?
But that's something I really do. I think that's something special. So especially cooks from the heart. So do you do like little consultations? Because I know like everybody's into this. You know they want to try it. Or do you tell them to come to Galveston and see what you have? Or do
Nah. You can call me, do consultation. I'll come and
email him?
first
Don't
time.
call him. Email him.
Yeah, or after that. But yeah, first time will be basically on me, meaning like you buy the food and I'll just
Let's make it.
yeah come on, introduce myself and see where we go from there.
Yeah. Is it kind of hard for that? Because I know like a lot of people are really
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I don't know the
it's-
best way of saying that, but some people are really like, I don't want anybody in my
Iffy.
home. I don't want,
Yeah.
if I don't know you, stepping in my place. I don't know if you're going to rob me. Jersey style. But
I mean, yeah.
you're not like that, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, is it hard to push that? Have you not seen
It's not because I honestly was like a being as though this your radio, this your show, is nothing but truth and love. I did a little ball blocking back in the day. So once you have a hustle for something, you have a hustle for everything.
Gotcha.
Just you got to learn how to take something negative and incorporate it to something positive. And that's what I do. I just talk a good game, and most of the time.
Well, he
it
doesn't
goes
just
through.
talk a good game. Let's clear that up. He makes it right.
I bees a good game. But yeah, that's all it is. Just in anybody, you can talk to anybody, but it's just the connection of genuine love that somebody will feel.
Yes.
And it's that's probably my key to everything.
Yes. He's very humble. He's very sweet. He's very supportive of his fiancée, soon to be wife. I'm gonna be there. I'm knocking it. Yep. I'm saying it. I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it for them.
Front row.
But no, seriously, I met him in the industry and always spoke. He always said hello. That's why I always bring great people out on my shows. I enjoy this to know more about them, because sometimes you see people and you don't get to know them and know their heart. Sometimes you can feel a spirit. I do believe that, but to really know like you're cooking from the soul, why you got into it, what makes you do it, what's your next step. So now we're doing fashion show and were we talking something about you doing like meet and greets and single couples kind of food thing at one time?
Oh, wow.
Yes, I put you on plug, right? That's what I do.
Yo,
I make sure
yeah,
everything's out there for you.
Wow. This was like, I'm even surprised you remember that because I didn't even remember that. I first met her and I said that.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I wanted to do like a fast date kind of thing. You know, something just to kill time, and people come have a date right here, 15 minutes. You eat, you do this, you do that, and you move on to the next person. As far as that goes, the next step would be in the next 30 minutes to an hour, you move to the next level, where it includes the a sit down dinner. You know, you get to chill, relax, talk about things that you love, and give you more time. Eat. You know, and a lot of people can tell a lot about people when they order food or wines and stuff like that. So it's just another thing to incorporate.
See, if you haven't noticed, he's really about family and bringing people together, which is a good thing, which means he has a great big heart. Sometimes we so much in this industry are drawn apart and not to trust people, and everybody wants something for some reason. So I appreciate that. And yes, I put things on spot. Remember, I'm good like that. I mean, I remember names when I'm good with things and things we talk about. So I do appreciate you stopping by. So I'm just going to ask you to run down your Instagram, your Facebook again, your email, because it's very important that they get it. Sometimes we go too fast, thinking people understand, or they can get it rewinded, but sometimes people are lazy. So I'm going to ask you to do your spiel one more time so we make sure you have it.
Okay. Hi. So now I'm stopping.
See how he acts out? But we're still loving him.
My name is Travis Grady. I'm a chef, personal and catering. I do dietary menus for yourself as well as do meal plans.
No, I said I'm just not getting healthy. I'm sorry. It's all right.
Yeah, she's not. She's definitely not. All that microwave food, no.
Look ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Chef Unlimited is my hashtag. It'll go straight to my screen name. It'll be Chef Unlimited _. I had to change it because it was a lot of them trying to get my name now, but it's all good.
But you know how they say everyone copies the original, so don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay.
And I'm basically trying to cater your next party. I'm trying to, do something for y'all. Yeah, I'm stationed out in Jersey. I am mobile. I do go everywhere. You could be North Carolina, I got you. Texas, I got you. I'm also a plus size male model. I'm trying to jump into that industry, so if you guys want to let me know.
He's crossing over. I think that's such an awesome thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the husky.
I am really
husky
happy
hubbies.
that we're finally getting male models. I'm not knocking. Everyone loves the sexy models and, this whole six-pack and skinny. But real life, women love men just like men love thick girls. So I'm happy that we're finally moving over. But that's the same thing with this model life. It comes in waves.
Yeah.
As I said, I always tell people I'm an advocate. Too short, too thick.
2 waves ago, plus size was not nothing. Now it's
everything.
Yeah.
We were everything. People just say no. We were everything. So
well, yeah.
But no, I was told the same thing. Too short, too thick to model. It took me a long time to get into modeling. The one day I woke up and just was like, I'm doing what I'm going to do. So now that I'm happy that someone's advocating for the men too, it's not just one-sided. It takes time, and I understand, I appreciate it, but y'all should have been out there already.
Yeah.
Big and tall has been in. Like, women, I'm a short girl, 5'4". I always love my 6 feet guys, so it's not like it's something new. Everyone want that back then. We want the shorties. Sorry, shorties, you're not in. You coming back later. Like the light skin folks. Come back later. Chocolate's in. But
I'm
no.
good because I get half, so they love me a little bit.
See, that's the thing. He's a chef. Now he's becoming a model. That's the thing. In this industry, you can do so much. Like, we had this great photographer one, and, Jose, he does everything. He trains you. I believe everything
Shout
is a
out
gap.
to Jose, man.
Yes,
I dare y'all not to go get that magazine.
Look at him. See, he's a promoter. He's on his job. He's on his modeling game already. I appreciate it. But tune in for next time. I'm going to say goodbye. We'll be by again. Enjoy, as you know, to host Tjameika Wilson, Curvypreneur. Always standing by. Goodbye.